Have you ever noticed a voice in your head that always seems to doubt you, especially when you're about to try something new? It tells you you're not good enough, reminds you of past mistakes, and predicts failure before you even begin. This voice is the uninvited guest in your mind, criticizing your choices and questioning your worth. It can feel so convincing that you start to believe it's the truth. But here's the truth. That voice is not you. It's a learned pattern, a habit of thinking that can be changed. The first step is recognizing your power. You're not just a passive listener. You can turn down the volume on criticism and amplify self-compassion. This isn't about fighting yourself. It's about creating harmony within. Our goal isn't to destroy the inner critic, but to understand it and guide it to a more supportive role. Imagine if your inner critic became your inner coach, encouraging you instead of holding you back. This transformation starts with a single choice: to stop listening passively and start engaging with intention. Think about how your life could change if you made that choice. You have the power to reclaim peace and purpose. Let's begin this journey together. The first step is simply noticing that voice and realizing you can change the script. So what is this inner critic? It's a collection of beliefs and attitudes we've internalized from critical parents, teachers, or society. It's the echo of past experiences, moments of shame or failure that stuck with us. Over time, these voices became part of our mental landscape. Think of your mind as a garden. Some seeds are love and confidence, others are doubt and criticism. The inner critic is the weed that grew from those negative seeds. But you are the gardener. You can identify and remove the weeds. It's crucial to separate this voice from your true self. Your true self is compassionate, wise, and resilient, the silent observer behind your thoughts. The critic is just one character on your mind's stage. When you mistake its voice for your own, you give it power. The key is to notice, that's the critic talking. This creates space and freedom. The critic is not a reflection of your worth, but of your past conditioning. Your worth is inherent and unconditional. The critic wants you to believe you must earn your worth, but that's a lie. Our work is to unlearn that lie and remember our intrinsic value. You are more than any critical thought. It may sound strange, but your inner critic is actually trying to protect you. Psychological frameworks like internal family systems see the critic as a protector part. Its job is to keep you safe from failure, judgment, or rejection. Maybe you were laughed at as a child for trying something new. Your critic learned to warn you away from risk. The intention is safety, but the result is a limited life. In cognitive behavioral therapy, the critic is seen as a faulty thinking pattern, like catastrophizing or expecting the worst. These patterns once served a purpose, but now they hold you back. Understanding the critic's protective intention is key. Instead of fighting it, approach it with curiosity and compassion. You can say, "Thank you for trying to protect me, but I have new tools now." This shifts the dynamic from conflict to collaboration. You're not silencing the critic with force, you're reassuring it with wisdom. When you see the critic as a misguided protector, you can start to change your relationship with it. That's how you move from inner conflict to inner peace. Picture this. You have a brilliant idea for a project or creative pursuit. Excitement sparks, then the inner critic arrives. Who do you think you are? You're not talented enough, others do it better. The excitement fades, replaced by doubt. The critic reminds you of past failures. Remember when you tried and failed before, this will be the same. It warns, people will judge you. You'll embarrass yourself. The fear of social judgment grows, and you shelve your idea. Maybe later, you tell yourself, convincing yourself it was silly anyway. The critic feels satisfied, it's kept you safe. But in reality, it's kept you from growing and sharing your gifts. This cycle repeats, keeping you stuck. The critic trades the possibility of fulfillment for the certainty of stagnation. Every day, in big and small ways, this pattern plays out. But recognizing this cycle is the first step to breaking it. You can choose a different response. Growth begins when you challenge the critic's story. How do you change your relationship with the inner critic? Start by noticing it. This is mindfulness, paying attention to your thoughts without judgment. When the critic appears, label it, "There's the critic." This creates separation. You are not your thoughts. Next, get curious. Ask, what is the critic afraid of? What is it trying to protect me from? Give your critic a name, like the worrier, to make it less intimidating. Track when the critic shows up and what triggers it. Understanding its patterns gives you power. Then, challenge and reframe its statements. If it says, "You'll fail," write down a more balanced thought. "I might face challenges, but I can handle them." You're not lying to yourself. You're balancing negativity with reality. Finally, take action. Confidence is built by doing, not waiting. Start small, write one paragraph, take a short walk, share one idea. Each action is a vote for your capability. Over time, you gather evidence that you can do it. This is how you rewrite your mental script. Change happens step by step. Every small action matters. Let's get practical. Here are 2 exercises to quiet your inner critic. First, the compassionate friend exercise. When your critic attacks, pause and imagine what your kindest friend would say. Write down their encouraging words and read them aloud. This helps you turn kindness inward. Second, create a success jar. Each day write down one thing you accomplished, big or small, and put it in the jar. When the critic says you never succeed, read a few slips for proof of your progress. Use targeted affirmations to counter specific criticisms. If your critic says, "You're not smart enough," affirm, "I am always learning and growing." Place these affirmations where you'll see them. Finally, try the act as if principle. For one situation, act as if you're confident, even if you don't fully believe it yet. Raise your hand, share your thought, take the step. Actions send powerful signals to your brain. Over time, feelings of confidence follow. These small practices break the critic's cycle. You're planting new seeds in your mental garden. Change starts with action. Silencing the inner critic isn't a one-time event, it's a journey. Some days the critic will be loud, that's okay. The goal isn't perfection but progress and compassion. On tough days, be gentle with yourself. This journey is about unlocking your potential and living authentically. By befriending your critic and leading with compassion, you open the door to growth. Give yourself permission to be human, to make mistakes and learn. Celebrate small victories, noticing the critic, choosing a kinder thought, taking a brave step. Each moment strengthens your inner coach. You're not broken. You're learning to come home to yourself. Take a moment now. What does your critic say? What is it trying to protect you from? What's one kind thing you can say to yourself right now? The journey begins with a single, compassionate thought. Change your inner world, and your outer world will follow. You have everything you need within you. The time to begin is now.